business with the best in the industry. Do business with the Davis Realty.
Welcome to another episode of the Don Davis Real Estate Show. It's your host, Don Davis of DDLRG, brokered by EXP DDLRG International, broadcasting live here from sunny South Houston, Texas, 6161 Savoy. Our show scripture has always been 1 John chapter 1. In the beginning was the Word was God, and the Word was with God. And upon that rock he built his church. Upon that rock we have built our business, and our results are a reflection of our character. If you'd like to take a look at our results, feel free to go online at any time. You can see them on HAR Platinum, Zillow, Redfin, and many more websites. But our main location for our web activity is viewallhoustonhomes.com. viewallhoustonhomes.com. I have a special guest here in the studio today. One of my friends, one of my colleagues, one of the most professional people in new home sales, none other than Lance Bazil. Say hello to the audience, Mr. Bazil.
Hello. Nice to be here.
Great to have you. I know you have lived all over the country and you have sold luxury at a whole another level. A lot of people don't have the experience you have. And so I definitely want to, first of all, thank you for stopping by the show today, because I think the listeners are going to be wowed by the experience that you have, that you bring to the table. So I want to start off with how we met and talk about how you transitioned into from selling high rises into new construction. But initially, go ahead and give us a background of where you're from, how we met, and how you transitioned into new home sales.
Great. Well, first, I'd like to thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Welcome anytime.
I've had the opportunity to meet Don about, I think, back in 2014 or 15.
Yeah, about 5 years already.
Where I
6
worked
years.
for another builder here in the greater Houston area. And Don's an extremely professional realtor.
Thank you.
Has a lot of expertise in his field. But a little bit about myself, originally from New York. I've been in this side of real estate for approximately 2 decades. I did sell some very exclusive high-rise property in Las Vegas, where the average price point was about $1.6 million. We went up to $15 million in that tower.
Wow.
Had a lot of celebrity clientele and who's who of Vegas, and you never knew who was going to walk in the door, so it was a very exciting position. But with high-rise, it's not like when you work for a builder. High-rise, when you sell the tower out, you sell yourself out of a job.
Oh my goodness! So it's good, but you got to pick it up and take it to the next town.
Right. So one thing led to another. I had a friend who knew a director of sales for a national builder here in Houston. He basically said, "Hey, what are you going to do when you're done with the high rise?" He said, "Why don't you go to Houston?" I was like, "Why would I go to Houston?" So anyway, long story short, I wound up interviewing and came down here. I had a really good run down here. Went back to Vegas for personal reasons, get my daughter off to college, and I always knew I was returning because I love it here. And so I came back this past August and working for another national builder, and things are going phenomenal.
That's awesome. So you're definitely very accustomed to selling to the high-end clientele and understanding their needs and wants. But at the same time, you're also able to help someone in that transition as well, because you've also had to help some of the celebrities' children as well, being that you were licensed as a real estate agent in Las Vegas, Nevada. You not only initially sold high-rise only, but then you end up transitioning into traditional real estate sales. How was that transition, and how has that helped you have a greater appreciation for helping people in the community you are in now?
Well, it's interesting because when you work for a national builder, or if you work for a high-rise, you're basically sitting in a model home or a sales center, and people are coming to you. So I really appreciate what you do and understand how difficult it is to basically have to go out each and every day, find new clients, new listings, buyers to work with. So I understand the dynamic of that side of the business as well, because I did that for a couple of years over my 20-year career. Mm-hmm. I prefer to be on the side that I'm on now, but you do get an appreciation for what people want, what they're looking for, and buying a home is a very emotional decision.
Definitely.
For a lot of people. It's going to be, for most people anyway, or probably for everybody, it's going to be the most expensive investment they make in their life. But taking a little further than that, it's not only the most expensive investment that they have, but that's where they're going to grow. Their kids are going to be raised in that home. They're going to go through life struggles. They're going to have failures. They're going to have accomplishments. Everything in their life is going to center, for the most part, around what happens under that roof.
And that's very important. I attend Lakewood Church, and every Sunday we get something motivational from Pastor Joel Osteen. And what his speech was today, his sermon was today, was about a net-breaking blessing. Basically, where you are blessed beyond what you can imagine. And what I find out is when people buy this home, the most expensive item they have, they end up having all these memories under this roof, and that is definitely a good thing to do. But I think what's most important is that you said you stay there a while. Yeah, I guess what I'm really trying to say, I want this to be the resolution for people, is to buy low in 2020, sell high in 2030. I think people are selling houses too quickly, and that's coming from me as an agent. But I just really think people really need to sit on their nest egg for a little while. But I think you hit it on the nail, hit the nail on the head when you say it's an emotional decision. So you have to put the emotions aside and make it a business decision, because you're going to be there 5 to 10 years.
Well, you hope so. When we were growing up, people tended to stay in homes for 30 years.
Remember your whole
years,
neighborhood?
Right?
Yes. I was in my neighborhood yesterday in San Antonio, and I saw some gentrification going on, and I'm like, I remember the Nance family owned that house. I could go,
Right.
I could point out not addresses, but I could point out last names of people who lived there over 20 years. And so that has changed, but at the same time, we as real estate professionals, now you as a new home salesperson, we have to get them everything they're looking for their legacy, but at the same time make sure it's going to build upon the transition. So it's kind of like a stepping stone transition. Now the traditional homeowner might own 3 homes in their lifetime. Is that what you?
I'd say about 3. It's interesting because I grew up in Long Island, New York, and my best friend I've known for almost 50 years. Uh-huh. His mother was like my second mother growing up. She still lives in the same house from back then. And it's mind-boggling to me. But I think the mentality was different. Nowadays, with all the TV shows of Flip and Flop,
yes,
Vegas, and wherever else they're doing these real estate shows where they're going in, they're rehabbing a home, putting it right on the market. I think what you see on social media, uh-huh, and all these shows that are taking place on cable network and what have you, people have changed the mentality.
Yes, they don't look at it as a we used to look at it as our nest, our protection place,
right,
but now it looks at it, this is my investment. Now, I literally, funny you mentioned that, every house on the street I was looking at in my old neighborhood that's been gentrified yesterday was going up for Airbnb, to where the city of San Antonio had to make it where only 13% of the homes in the community can go for Airbnb. They had to put a limit on the amount of Airbnb properties, right, because everybody's looking at it as an investment. But that's a blessing and a curse. But at the same time, we're going to go ahead and go to our first break. I forgot he was from New York. And well, our KRS-One, who loves Gonna Get You, he's from New York. So we're going to head to our first break with little KRS-One. Love where you live, love where you work. DDLRG, come dance with Lance in Bridgeland, Cypress, Texas. All right. I am Don Davis of DDLRG Luxury International Real Estate, and when it's time to make a business decision about your residence, please keep in mind, it's a Don deal.
You want to excel, Don Davis is a great guy to work for. I mean, he's a great teacher and a great leader.
He's more than family. He's the guy that's actually helping me roll. I didn't know anybody when I moved out here. He's the guy rolling his sleeves up saying, come on, let's go move what you got to move.
When it's time to make a business decision about your residence, it's a Don deal. We're back. Don Davis, Luxury Realty Group. We love where you live, love where you work. Dancing with Lance out in Bridgeland, from high rises to lakefront communities. I have one of the top new home salespersons in the in the nation, but he's decided to come to Bridgeland, which he says is also one of the top master plan communities in the nation. Is that correct?
That is correct. If you Google top master plan communities or top selling master plan communities, you'll come up on a page, and it does an annual and it does a mid-year. So in 2018, Bridgeland was actually number 18 in the nation for top selling master plan communities. When the mid-year report came out last year in June of 2019, it had moved up to number 11.
Wow.
There's only one community that sells more homes in Texas, and that's a community in Austin. So Bridgeland is phenomenal because it's developed by the Howard Hughes Corporation. For those who are watching this show and listening on air, the Woodlands, which is one of the most prominent master plan communities probably ever built.
Yes.
It's been around for 40 years. Same developer as that.
So Howard Hughes developed the Woodlands and he developed Bridgeland.
Right. And also where my home is in Las Vegas, have it rented out now, thank goodness.
Yeah.
But where my home is there, that's also an area called Summerlin, and that's the same developer, Howard Hughes. So Bridgeland is following in the footsteps in the same business model, if you will, where you can come to Bridgeland and no matter what your price point is, you can find entry-level homes from the mid-200s, and you can go up into the multi-million-dollar for custom homes.
Exactly. And how many lakes do you have? You have one. Is it one big lake, or how does that work?
It's something like 900 acres of lakes.
900 acres. And it's funny. So there's a lake community across Fry Road called Town Lake, but you guys have. We talk about in the Bible. You have cast your net on the other side of Fry Road, and developed a community that trumps Town Lake, and at the same time has a great high school and a brand new church being built out there. Well, do you tell them a little bit about Bridgeland High School?
Yeah. So Bridgeland High School, Bridgeland has grown to be so large that the students and the families and their kids who lived in Bridgeland were going just outside of Bridgeland for high school and other schools. But Bridgeland has become so big, they had to build their own high school. So it's called Bridgeland High School. They basically took the very best of Cy Ranch High School from a technology and educational standpoint and put it into Bridgeland High School. It's really amazing because I look at Bridgeland High School, it's really on a campus.
Yes, it's like a small college campus.
It's a small college campus, which blows me away. I mean, I went to a Division II school, which was a pretty good school, and it's not as big as your major universities, but when you look at Bridgeland High School, you go, wow, is this a small college campus?
That's a small college. And then also, I saw that who's building the church? Is it Second Baptist or something?
Well, the First Baptist Church is there.
First Baptist Church is there.
And there's some more churches coming. I don't know particularly what denomination, but that's the beauty of a master plan is they really try to accommodate all of the different ethnicities, religious views, in one community, so it's just a melting pot.
And that's in Cypress, Texas, right off of 290-99 Fry Road, across from FedEx. There's a used FedEx.
FedEx is down a little bit further off the 99, but Bridgeland now, it goes from Fry Road to the 99, so from the east side to the west side. Goes as far south now as Tuckerton Road on the south side. And it's going to expand across the Grand Parkway 99. And the projections right now say about 20 to 25 more years of just residential building.
Now, we want everybody to run out and go to Bridgeland, but we want y'all to be very specific at where to go in Bridgeland. So why did you hadn't mentioned your builder yet, but go ahead and tell them about MI Homes, why you chose MI, and why do you feel your section is one of the best sections of the community of Bridgeland?
Sure. So MI Homes is the 12th largest builder in the country.
Wow.
They're also publicly traded, been in business for a little over 43 years now. And even though it's a publicly traded national builder, it has a very small family feel because the owners of the company, they are basically, and the founders of the company still run the company.
Great.
So they're based out of Columbus, Ohio. We build in about 16 markets across the country. Relatively new to the Houston area. So I do get a lot of people coming and go, I never heard of MI. So we're not as large as some of the other, 1 and 2 national builders. I'm not going to mention their names because I want to speak about MI.
Yes.
But what separates us from the rest is we are a 100% green builder.
Nice. Energy efficient.
Very energy efficient. We're also a design center builder. So there's a lot of builders out there that sell a package home where you are limited to, for flooring, maybe 2 types of flooring, 2 color schemes for cabinets and so forth. With us, we're all under one roof. We have a design center with interior designers where our buyers actually go and they pick everything, their cabinets, their countertops, their flooring, their backsplash, their lighting. So they have the ability to completely personalize the home to their taste and to their like.
Now I know everybody's getting nervous now. It's like, well, Lance, that sounds expensive. What are your price ranges? Like, what do y'all start at? What do y'all typically finish at? And what's the lot width and things like that?
Right. So I currently build in the 50-foot section. I have 8 different floor plans. 4 of them are single story. 2 of those single-story homes, you can actually add a second floor. So if you want to do a game room up or a media room or even an extra bedroom.
Like a 1.5.
Like a 1.5 story, exactly.
Okay.
In fact, my model's called the Roseville plan. That is a 1.5 story, very popular.
Okay.
I also have 3 true 2-story homes where you're going to have a master down. I have one with 2 bedrooms down because a lot of families are looking for that now because they have their parents move in with them or their kids come home from college or what have
what
you.
we call B-back. So,
Right.
you know what I mean?
But our price point ranges from about $293 to $360 base price.
Wow.
But with that said, we have some amazing incentives. So someone coming into our community this month, we actually give them 7% of the base price of the home that they can use towards upgrades, whether it be structural upgrades or design center upgrades.
You know what I like about your design center is traditionally I sell a lot of interloop and I sell a lot of master plan communities. And I figure that MI has brought some of those interloop finishes to the master plan communities that gives you that clean condominium type feel on the inside as far as the cosmetics.
Right. So one of the reasons you asked me why I chose MI, because I had offers from a few other builders.
I'm sure you did.
And so I chose MI because I happen to know the division president. And he's a very stand-up guy, and they really focus on customer service. They're not going to force you to close on a home that is not ready.
Correct.
And there are many builders who are pushing for numbers, and you walk in that house on the day of closing and there's blue tape all over the place. That's not a good experience.
Say, I'm not buying a bear in a big blue house.
Exactly. So we actually, when you sign off on the house, we don't even allow you to close for 48 hours.
Wow, we want you to sleep on it.
Well, we want you to sleep on it, but we want to make sure that you have the best experience possible. Now, we're not perfect. Humans aren't perfect, but we're going to try to deliver that home to you as perfect as possible.
That's good. We're going to go ahead and go to a perfect break on that. I like that. Love where you live, love where you work. DDLRG, MI Homes, Dance with Lance and Bridgeland over 290 and 99. What's the name of that section of Bridgeland that you're in?
Parkland Village.
The Parkland Village section of MI Homes in Bridgeland, zone to Bridgeland High School. You can't beat it. Love where you live. We're going to go ahead to a break. It's time to make a business decision about your residence. It's a done deal. I am Don Davis of DDLRG Luxury International Real Estate, and when it's time to make a business decision about your residence, please keep in mind, it's a Don deal.
Not only do we take care of our clients and our communities, we also are well kept here at DDLRG.
When it's time to make a business decision about your residence, it's a Don deal. We're back. Don Davis Luxury Realty Group, brokered by EXP. Love where you live. In 2020, our resolution is to buy low in 2020, sell high in 2030, so you can capitalize on some equity that you've built through the appreciation of your primary residential real estate investment. Well, we were just talking about nowadays, people usually own 3 homes in a matter of their lifespan versus back in the day, you might stay in a house for 30 years. But if you're going to be somewhere for 5 to 10 years, I have the perfect place for you to be, and that's right. You're going to dance with Lance and Bridgeland, the Parkland section of Bridgeland with MI Homes, where you say the prices go from about $290 to $360.
$290 for $360 for what I currently offer, which is 8 floor plans. But what I'm really excited to share with your listeners today is MI builds a product called the Smart Series, which is really tailored to your first-time home buyer.
Okay.
Still going to be built on 50-foot lots. You're going to be in the mid 200s. I should have the pricing dialed here in the next week. I'm so excited about that because
that's great. Mid 200s, that's less than the luxury apartments I see out there. So you can own a home for the same price as leasing a luxury apartment.
It's amazing because your first time home buyer probably can't afford a $300,000 to $400,000 home. So if you can get into Bridgeland on a 50-foot lot, have a very nice square footage in the mid 200s, that's almost unheard of. So I know over the rest of this year is just going to be phenomenal because of that product offering.
Man, that lets you know we're preparing, like I say, to buy low and sell high. You buy that home for $250 in 2020, and you turn around and sell that home in 2030 for. Now I can just say the average appreciation rate in Houston, Texas is about 7%. So I can't promise you an ROI, but I have a sneaking suspicion you might make some money if you buy one of Lance's houses and hold it for 10 years. Also, I wanted to talk about the fact that if you do have, if you currently own a home and you need us to manage that home so you can find a tenant, like Lance said, he's renting his house out right now. So you can find a tenant to go ahead and purchase one of Lance's homes. DDLRG, we can help you with that. We can also help you with our iBuyer program. If you don't have time to fix up your house to sell it, we have cash buyers right now ready to buy your home. So go to our website to find out more about our iBuyer program at viewallhoustonhomes.com. But once again, Lance, tell them about just how, okay, I want to make sure that they realize that this is all the way affordable, no gimmicks, anything to it. 290 Fry Road to 99, that whole section, that's going to be Bridgeland Master Plan Community, number 11 community in the country?
In the country, number 1 in the Houston area.
Number 1 Master Plan Community in Houston area is Bridgeland. His section, MI Homes. You want to dance with Lance and go buy one of these homes, but also want to talk about how much is the HOA, because people start thinking, oh man, I can't afford to live there. Show them that the HOA is affordable and all the things you have to do, how many amenities and things like that, what all there is there to do for the price that you get from the HOA.
So the HOA is $11.97 a year, so basically $100 a month.
Okay,
but you have
that's really good. Actually,
full blown out fitness center there.
So you have a gym, fitness center right there.
With all the lakes, you can go out kayaking.
Wow. Kayaking. You don't have to go all the way to Lake Travis anymore. You can go right to Bridgeland and kayak on the weekend. Right there in your own community. So that paid for itself already.
There's fishing.
Wow, fishing.
Right there.
So you can, is it catch and release?
Yes.
Catch and release fishing, kayaking. All these people who have been commuting to Lake Travis, you can now do that in your own community in Bridgeland. Now I see why it's the number 1 master plan community in Houston.
Right. Miles and miles of walking, jogging paths. If you're a person who's into recreation, it's tons of that. Pool areas. Back in August, they just opened the Discovery area, which has a lazy river. Yes, a lazy river. Wow. Awesome for your kids. Outdoor basketball courts, tennis courts.
And then if you just want to spend money anyway, you also have Lifetime across the street.
You do. So if you want to go spend another $140 a month for Lifetime, go ahead.
Lifetime gym. Then you can, so you can go in your own community under your HOA fees, and then you can go to Lifetime across the street. And then, I mean, I'm a big high school football fan. Bridgeland Bears, they look just like the Chicago Bears. They had a great season this year. They really had a great season. They actually came out of nowhere. Shout out to Mason Colton, one of their little running backs over there. He's doing some great things over there. So I'm very impressed with Bridgeland academically, athletically. Like you said, it's all about the quality of life. So what you did is you found a way to sell a lot of the benefits you normally sell in the high rise, and bring that into the single family residential community to at the same time offer it affordable product, but at the same time still do what you love to do and sell people things that are worth paying for, a value proposition.
Absolutely. And one thing I'd like to add about Bridgeland, although it started in 2006, like I mentioned, there's still another 20 to 25 years of projected just residential build.
Yes.
But they're getting ready to start on the town center, and I'm very excited for that. I've seen
wait, y'all are getting a town center too?
Town center.
Bridgeland Town Center. So if you've been to Sugarland Town Center, if you've been to the Woodlands Waterway, now Bridgeland has that in the community. Howard Hughes, that's Howard Hughes development at its best.
Yeah, so so as highly desired and demanded as Bridgeland is now, it's going to become even more so, because now you're going to have all this shopping and everything right in your backyard. It's going to be pretty amazing.
So this is just an appetizer, you guys. You guys know we do a short and sweet show because he has to get to the model. I have to get to showing houses. We both have to get to work, but we wanted y'all to make sure it's stopped by Bridgeland off of Fry Road and 290. You can also get there from Tuckerton and 99, correct?
You can.
And that's a community. You have to go dance with Lance in Bridgeland today. He's with MI Homes. He has homes. He's going to have homes from 250 to 360. And like I say, love where you live, love where you work. It's been a pleasure. Lance, you have anything to say? We've got 30 seconds left. Tell them how to reach you.
Well, you can reach me directly via my cell phone. It's area code 702-776-9151. Or you can reach me via email at lbazil. That's L, B as in boy, A, Z as in zebra, IL @mihomes.com.
Awesome. Well, love where you live, love where you work. DDLRG. We see you next week.